Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth from the Finkelstein Memorial Library, and I'm here with 5 YA fiction books that you should really check out because they are awesome. So these are 5 newer books by 5 authors that I personally all love, and I'm a really big fan of all of them, so I'll be sharing the book jacket hooks because they just did a great job of capturing exactly what you need to know about the books. So let's dive right in. Okay, our first book is X by Ilyasah Shabazz and Kekla Magoon. Co-written by Malcolm X's daughter, this riveting and revealing novel follows the formative years of the man whose actions and words shook the world. Malcolm Little's parents have always told him that he can achieve anything, but from what he can tell, that's nothing but a pack of lies. After all, his father's been murdered, his mother's been taken away, and his dreams of becoming a lawyer have gotten him laughed out of school. There's no point in trying, he figures, and lured by the nightlife of Boston and New York, he escapes into a world of fancy suits, jazz, girls, and reefer. But Malcolm's efforts to leave the past behind him lead him into an increasingly dangerous territory when he starts small-time hustling and quickly spins out of control. Deep down, he knows that the freedom he's found is only an illusion, that he can't run forever. X follows Malcolm from his childhood to his imprisonment for theft at the age of 20, when he found the faith that would lead him to forge a new path and command a voice that still resonates today. So, I think that this book is really cool because while it is technically historical fiction, as the book jacket mentions, this is co-written by his daughter. So, this is still about, these really real things that happened to Malcolm X, and really cool if you are interested in that time period. It's really, really, really one that you should pick up today. Highly, highly recommend. Next up, we have Parachutes by Kelly Yang. Parachutes enters the world of Gossip Girl in this modern immigrant story from New York Times bestselling author Kelly Yang about 2 girls navigating wealth, power, friendship, and trauma. So I was already hooked, by the way, as soon as I saw Gossip Girl, because I'm a big Gossip Girl fan, but there will be more to hook you, I promise. They're called Parachutes. Teenagers dropped off to live in private homes and study in the U.S. while their wealthy parents remain in Asia. Claire Wang never thought she'd be one of them until her parents pluck her from her privileged life in Shanghai and enroll her at a high school in California. Suddenly, she finds herself living in a stranger's house with no one to tell her what to do for the first time in her life. She soon embraces her newfound freedom, especially when the hottest and most eligible parachute, Jay, asks her out. Danny De La Cruz, Claire's new host sister, couldn't be less thrilled that her mother rented out a room to Claire. An academic and debate team star, Danny is determined to earn her way into Yale, even if it means competing with privileged kids who are buying their way to the top. When her debate coach starts working with her privately, Danny's game plan veers unexpectedly off course. Desperately trying to avoid each other under the same roof, Danny and Claire find themselves on a collision course, intertwining in deeper and more complicated ways as they grapple with life-altering experiences. Kelly Yang weaves together an unforgettable modern immigrant story about love, trauma, family, corruption, and the power of speaking out. If that all doesn't hook you, I don't know what will, because this book is just amazing, and you have to check it out. You just have to. Okay, very different type of book. This one is called This Boy by Myracle. Paul Walden is not an alpha lobster, the hypermasculine crustacean king who intimidates the other male lobsters, beds all the lady lobsters, and wins at life. At least not according to his ego-bursting feedback he's given at his freshman seminar. But Paul finds a funny, faithful friend in Robbie Smalls, and maybe, oh God, please, he's beginning to catch the interest of smart, beautiful Natalia Gutierrez. Cruising through high school as a sauced-out, rap-loving beta lobster suits Paul fine. And if life ever gets him down, smoke a little weed, crunch a few pills, it's all good. But in the treacherous currents of teenage culture, it's easy to get pulled under. With perfect frankness, Myracle lays the bare life of one boy as he navigates friendship, loss, love, and addiction. It's life at its most ordinary and most unforgettable. So yeah, you've got to check this one out. It's very, very, very different than the other two. But if you're looking for something that's a little more realistic and just takes a hard look at some really serious aspects of teenage life, definitely check this one out. Okay, next one up is from Julie Murphy, the author of Dumpling, and I love Dumpling, so I'm really excited about this one. Faith Taking Flight. Okay, so from Julie Murphy comes the first in a 2-book origin story of Faith, a groundbreaking plus-size superhero from Valiant Entertainment Comics. Like, do I have to read any more? This already sounds amazing. Faith Herbert is a pretty regular teen. When she's not hanging out with her 2 best friends, Matt and Chess, she's volunteering at the local animal shelter or obsessing over the long-running teen drama, The Grove. So far, her senior year has been spent trying to sort out her feelings for her maybe crush Johnny and making plans to stay close to Grandma Lo after graduation. Of course, there's also that small matter of recently discovering she can fly. Yeah, you heard me right. She can fly, guys. When the fictional world of the Grove crashes into Faith's reality as the show relocates to her town, she can't believe it when the TV heroine Dakota Ash takes a romantic interest in her. But her fandom-fueled daydreams aren't enough to distract Faith from the fact that the first animals, then people, have begun to vanish from town. Only Faith seems able to connect the dots. So, I mean, this book, oh my gosh, you have to read this book. I cannot wait for the second one. If you are into superheroes, this is really a game changer. I'm loving this character that Julie Murphy created, and I can't get enough of it. It's just fantastic. Okay, and last but not least, because I had to, put in something that included a little romance. So this one is called Just a Boy and a Girl in a Little Canoe by Sarah Mlynowski. Sam's summer isn't off to a great start. Her boyfriend Eli ditched her for a European backpacking trip, and now she's a counselor at Camp Blue Springs, the summer camp her 11-year-old self swore never to return to. Sam expects the next 7 weeks to be a total disaster. That is, until she meets Gavin, the camp's sailing instructor, who turns her expectations upside down. Gavin may have gotten the job for his abs, or maybe for that smile, or the way he fills Sam's free time with thrilling encounters, swimming under the cascade of stars, whispering secrets over s'mores, embarking on one very precarious canoe ride after dark. It's absurd. After all, Sam loves Eli, but one totally absurd, completely off-the-wall summer may be just what Sam needs, and maybe, just maybe, it will teach her about something that she really wants. So if you're looking for a good summer romance book, pick this one up, because it's a good one. All right, well, thank you so much for listening to my feelings as I read you those book jackets. These are 5 books I really highly recommend, and you should definitely pick up, so you can either check out the links below or come in or give us a call, and we can get these books into your hands so that you can let me know if you love these books as much as I do. All right, until next time, bye guys.